All right. Hey, oh yeah, my phone's in the way. Awesome. Welcome back, guys. It's been a bit since we've all chatted, so very excited about this. But yeah, live stream of the year. I'm very excited about it. We're watching the duels right now. I have a lot going on. I'm streaming on TikTok. I'm also streaming the race, the duels that we're going to get to and talk about, all of us together. So yeah, but if you're new here, my name is Taylor Kitchen. Welcome back to Above Yellow Line on the Toby Christie Com YouTube channel. Let's see here. Ooh, there we go. And I feel like I need to invite some friends in now. Let's turn off the music too. I don't like the music super loud. That's fine. But yeah, let's bring in some friends. Let's bring in Dom. Let's bring in Dom. Hey.
Hello.
How are you?
Can you hear me okay? Am I all good?
I can hear you fine. Can you hear me?
Good? Okay. Good. Yeah, I got you. You're all good.
Perfect.
Wow, so they're already green. I didn't even notice that. What time did the duel start?
Yeah, the duel started they started at maybe 5 minutes ago, it feels like. Maybe it was more like 10. But right now, P1 is Blaney, then Wallace, Byron Logano,
They
Burton
must
is your
have
top.
started at 7 then. Okay.
Yeah. It said 7, then I was like, oh, never mind.
Okay.
So
well, I've got it up now, so I'm dialed in.
Perfect. And then I did want to mention to everyone on this stream, I am simultaneously streaming on TikTok as well. Just so you know, so I'm kind of all over the place, but we're fine. For those on TikTok, the YouTube channel is Toby Christie Com.
I've tried so hard to stay off TikTok, but it was inevitable.
It's so addicting. I know. Hey, everyone in the chats, what is up? So I see you're very NASCAR, and I see you're wearing a deceased M&M's hat.
Yes, I'm very so this is my war relic. I got this back in. It's been a very, very long time since M&M's was a NASCAR sponsor. Many of you probably don't remember.
Nobody remembers it
now. I'm never getting rid of this. So
I love that.
Especially because I don't really have a favorite driver. I feel like this is the perfect thing to wear.
No, for real. Well, so you don't have a favorite. We're gonna have to discuss this later. Like, you got to find a new favorite driver, right?
I can't. I'm in the media. I'm not allowed to have a favorite driver.
That's fair. I just say everyone's my favorite. And I go
That's
home.
the first thing you learn in journalism.
Oh boy. Well,
this is how worlds collide.
Worlds do collide. That is true.
Yes.
Let's see.
How have you been, Miss Taylor?
Oh my gosh. Busy. I just had pizza rolls for dinner, and now I'm watching the duels. We're having a great time.
Yes,
we're doing great.
It has been that kind of week.
It really has.
And I'm just getting started with mine.
For real. Oh my God. Let's bring in Ben. I think Ben, what kind of hat do you have on?
Hello. I have Cincinnati Cyclones hat on.
Oh, love it. How are you doing?
When you first came on, you looked like you were lost.
I was looking at the duels. I was counting because there's 5 Fords in a row, and I was counting how many there were in a row to see when pit stops were coming up. So.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I was lost because I'm horrible at math.
No, you're good. The Fords are I'm not necessarily surprised to see how strong the Fords are, but they brought the heat.
They always do for the super they're not restrictor plate races anymore, super speedway races. So
I think it's very impressive though that since Penske moved to Ford, they have completely 180'd who the favorites are at super speedways.
Oh yeah, for sure, man, for real. Let's bring in. See, Adam has the merch on. Yeah, merch.
Got that drip.
We love it. The ATYL drip. How are you?
Oh, I'm oozing and goozing with all this drip, fam.
We love it.
I thought it was a little early for me to rock the Busch Series hat, so I stood by on it.
Did someone say Busch Series?
Oh,
hey, there it is.
We love it.
Unfortunately, I do not have the duels on because my television is in the background and I can't have anything else besides the screen.
Are we in the background? Oh my God.
Can't play any copyrighted content.
Yeah. I'm copywriting myself.
I owe myself money.
I love it. I love it. Let's bring in Rob, and then we'll get
full house.
Rob, your screen is small.
Yeah, I don't know how to fix it. I don't know why it's doing this, but
But you're here.
Yeah, I am.
Set frame to scale.
How are you?
Small Rob. I I have clients racing in New Smyrna all week. That's the answer to that question.
Okay, so maybe a little stress.
You are looking at 164, Rob.
just exhausted. No, this is more like 187, Rob. We're in HO scale, Rob. We're a ho Rob.
And scale, actually.
No, this is ho Rob, if you will.
Oh my god, I love it. Love it. Well, I'm glad to have you all back. It's been a bit since we've all been together on the stream.
Yeah, I'm happy to see you guys.
Yeah, the crew is back, and everyone in the comments, thanks for joining. And yes, it was Tostino's pizza rolls. They are the only pizza rolls that exist that are good. Yeah, fantastic. Awesome. So let's get to our first topic of the night. We got to talk about some news as the duels are going on, and we'll go back and forth a little bit. But Kyle Busch returning to the Xfinity series, he said that he was gonna not. And then, he went to RCR and things went back. I think we have some opinions on this, but he's going to be racing in the number 10 in the Xfinity series for various events of his choosing. So, with that said, I feel like, let's see, Ben, did you have a negative reaction to this? Did you frown a little bit?
No, I mean, the thing that hurts me most about this news is obviously I'm a personal fan of Landon Castle, and having him not in the 10 full time is a bummer. But that's a whole other reason. I'm excited for Busch to come back and do it. I'm interested to see if he can break the 10 car curse. I kind of talked about it in the off season with you all. That 10 car has always been cursed. The only winner is Jeb Burton. You had guys like Ross Chastain, Austin Dillon, Landon Castle run that thing, and they have never had success in it except for a rain shortened race at Dega with Jeb Burton.
It was a rain shortened win too.
Exactly. Yeah. So, as Rob flips back and forth,
I'm trying to get my screen bigger.
It's okay, but yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it. I'm all for it. I think it's fun. I think it's cool. I don't know. Has it been announced what his schedule is yet? I don't think so.
I don't think this. Let me double check. Part of me feels like he at least announced one race.
I think there's been at least one race, but I'm fine with it. I'm cool with it. I kind of got over it after. Everyone got mad when he said he was going to retire. I was kind of more upset when he took Mark Martin's win record away back in how long ago it was, because I'm a big Mark Martin fan. But I'm cool with it. I think it's fun now, so why not?
Yeah, I think it's at 5 races.
Yeah,
that's all you can run.
Yeah.
Also, the duels on FS1.
Yes, we're doing pit stops right now with the duels.
Chevys are in.
Okay. So there actually seems to be a schedule.
Not listening.
Phoenix, Charlotte, Watkins Glen, Darlington.
Ooh.
All of those are pretty expected, except for Darlington. Darlington kind of surprises me, but every other one, it makes sense.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
Yeah. Surprised he's not running Coda. Is Xfinity not going to Coda?
Ooh.
Yeah, they go to Coda.
No,
they go to Coda.
I'll say for the whole with Kyle going back, this is actually going to be really, really interesting for me, because now we're going to see how good he really is without the incredibly superior JGR Xfinity equipment.
Oh, yeah.
Because remember, for those that, I'm just going to say it, for Adam and everyone that watched the Busch series back in the day,
the Busch series,
he was not what he was when he was at Joe Gibbs Racing, when he was in Hendrick equipment. The wins
still won races. But
he won races, but he was not dominating the series in the most unfair way possible.
It wasn't the KB show.
No, 10 wins a year wasn't expected.
Yeah.
Even when Kyle drove for his own team, he was not able to be successful.
That's a great point. Yeah, even when he wasn't.
That's a good point.
He was still in Toyota equipment, but it wasn't Joe Gibbs equipment. So this will be really interesting. And like Ben said, the 10 car does technically have a bit of a curse. Ross Chastain couldn't win it. And we saw what he did in Ganassi equipment the year before and Trucks equipment that same year. So it'll be very interesting to see what he's actually capable of when he's not in a Gibbs car.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else have are we all pretty positive about it then?
Well, I think
at least,
it's the renaissance of not actually retiring. To quote the late, great, and absolutely real Luke Skywalker, no one's ever really gone.
True.
If I were colleagues PR team, I would have. That's how I would have released that news.
Hire Rob. Hire Rob.
I think it's good for the
love
competition.
Yeah, it's good for the competition aspect.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be really good for a guy like Chandler Smith, like to be able to say my teammate for 5 races is Kyle Busch and to lean on and get that knowledge, especially this early in his career. Like that's going to be really big for him for sure. I think it's definitely going to push Colleague because like I talked about with some other friends, like I feel like Colleague hasn't been the strongest over last year. They weren't the strongest Xfinity team as they have been in years past. So I think that's going to help at least get some push going in their organization, get something hopefully moving in a better direction than it was last year. So
they're also losing their seasoned veteran in at least in the Xfinity series. They're losing their guy that like basically won all their races.
Yeah.
In fact, last year he did win all their races.
Yeah.
And that's
Don't
where
remind me.
I'm concerned. And I will say with Colleague right now, Chandler Smith did just have a penalty. So we had to go back down pit road. Speaking of.
Is there only one uncharted car that makes it in each duel?
I think it's two.
Technically only 2 people are getting knocked out, right? Only 40 cars make the race.
Yeah.
It was 6 cars for 4 spots, 2 go home. So
2 lucked in last night. I think it's
so it would be one. So it would be 1 per each. Okay.
Yeah.
So
and 2 go home.
So Zane Smith,
or is it like it does?
Barring disaster,
one finishes ahead of someone else in one duel, 2 could get in from 1.
If you carry the 4 and then add 69.
Well,
to
if Jimmy is the top
3.14.
finisher in this duel, or Travis Pastrana is the top finisher in the other duel, whoever was the next quickest, which I don't know who it was, probably Zane Smith.
Yeah, I think Zane was faster.
Yeah, because it's Zane's the one still not in. Zane Smith, Chandler Smith, Smithy Smith,
Schmitty, Werber, Jenkinman, Jensen.
Schmitty, Werben, Jaegerman, Jensen.
Chandler Smith, I think, was slow as Zane Smith, I think, was fast. This is the duel one.
Oh, yeah, Smith didn't even make
Connor Daly.
Chandler Smith didn't even make a qualifying lap. He like broke halfway through or whatever.
No.
Yeah,
two of them did.
Right. Yeah, because I know that. Well, Chandler got out on track. Connor Daly didn't even make it out of the garage.
No.
So.
Yeah, Connor Daly. He is in the second duel.
Yeah.
Oh,
Austin Hill. That's right.
Austin Hill. Okay, the beard car. New York Racing didn't field anybody.
No.
They're not there.
Nope, did not make the trip.
The full is not in Daytona, folks.
Bummer.
So those are your starting lineups. So I mean, we'll talk about the duel for a second. Blaney's leading it. We're halfway through, lap 30 out of 60.
Not listening. Not listening. Not listening.
I was like, oh, sorry. Okay, well, this is complicated. This is complex. All right, well, I'll just tell you, we are halfway through the duels. We'll talk about the next piece of news here real quick before we just talk about Daytona in general. Let me take this off the screen real quick. So contract extensions were signed. The past few days, things have been announced. So Bowman, Suarez, and Chastain signed multi-year contracts. The extent of Chastain's, I don't think, or Suarez's wasn't confirmed. I'm not really sure. I think Chastain, maybe through 2025 is where they had him through. But Bowman's...
All I saw on Chastain's was multi-year, which is very deserved.
It was really deserved. And I know he was somebody on like the silly season list where we were like, could he go somewhere else? But they got him. Very excited about that for Alex Bowman. His is specifically through 2026, and then Ally signed on through 2028, which I thought was interesting. But nevertheless, I'm excited about that. And Hendrick now has all their drivers signed through 2025, technically all 4 of them. Or something like that.
How long is Bowman's contract till?
Bowman's is through 2026.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. How do we feel about that?
Yeah.
I'll go last on that.
I think I'll talk about the Trackhouse one. I think it's really important for new teams to have a consistent lineup, and especially if you're a 2-car team. And I think it's great that Trackhouse is all in on Chastain and Suarez, because they're both very talented drivers, clearly can win races. Ross Chastain has proved that he's championship ready. And I don't know what 2311's lineup is, but I would imagine they're probably in the same direction with Reddick and Bubba Wallace. So it's really nice to see these two, the two new, like from the ground up powerhouse teams, really going all in on their drivers. And to their credit, all 4 drivers are fan favorites, which is awesome. And I think it really makes I'm just really excited to see what Trackhouse does.
The identity of the team.
Yeah. They both teams have great cultures, and I think the drivers getting long contracts is a testament to that. They're, to, I guess, put it bluntly, is they're not like a service industry employer to these drivers. They're not treating them like they're expendable. It's like, we like what you do for the team. We, recognize that you're a talented driver and we want you around, which I think is really, really important in a world and a sport that is very quick to kick people to the curb. So it's really nice to see.
Yeah, I think Gabe made a point, which I partially agree with. The Ally sponsorship helped Bowman get extended.
100%.
I think, Ally was very clear that they really like Alex Bowman and that they want to be with him. So I think that's true. But, if we look at some of the consistency and stats, I'm like, should Bowman have been signed a little longer? So in that sense, I do agree with Gabe. I think, Dom, were you going to say something along those lines? I know you're like, I'm going to go last. And I was like...
Let me start by piggybacking off of what Rob said. And it's that Trackhouse is doing the exact thing they should do. And because they're so young, it's like, you are the identity of our team. Like, a lot of people may not know what Trackhouse racing is, but they know who Daniel Suarez is. And if they really follow Daniel Suarez and then they find out, oh my gosh, Pitbull owns his race car, bam, here's your identity. And they're doing the right thing too in committing, because like what Rob said, where it is a eat or be eaten sport. Like, we talk about Gibbs right now, like who's next for the 20 car? Because that's the position Toyota's put themselves in, unfortunately. Who's next for the 19? It's not like there's other places you can go. It's really cool that Trackhouse has set in stone, like, this is our team. Like, love them or hate them, these are our guys, and they're going to be our guys for a while.
We have a car.
Right.
We have a car designated as a carousel car. We don't have carousel of drivers, and it's the Gibbs and Toyota thing is a really good point, Dom, because they're talking about Denny Hamlin, Christopher Bell. And Christopher Bell is, I would still consider him the top Toyota driver right now. I would put him ahead of Denny Hamlin at this point, because I think he's really starting to come into his prime. He turned a lot of heads last year. I was really impressed with Christopher Bell, and even he's not safe. Martin Truex Jr., champion, not safe. They're Toyota and Joe Gibbs. They're really quick to drop drivers if they don't have the same last name as the owner.
Well,
so, yeah.
I mean,
fired.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I say that, but Ty Gibbs really hasn't given a reason for them to let him go. He's also very young. So
and he is talented.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. No, I know that's what I'm saying is he hasn't given them a reason, but it'll be interesting to see if when he underperforms, if they decide that they want to go in another direction, because
that's an awkward situation.
There are other there's a team that has been doing this for the past almost decade now with an underperforming driver that they won't get rid of, and he's about to get big exposed.
Whew.
Spicy.
I don't know who he's talking about.
I know exactly who he's talking about.
Oh,
Yeah, think about it. Think about it.
Got it.
This is what happens when Rob is tired.
Yes, I'm here. I have arrived. I apologize. But all right, let me just go right into my argument here. Why is Alex Bowman still driving for Hendrick Motorsports? Why?
I love Alex Bowman, but I agree.
Why on earth do you pass on Noah Gragson for Alex Bowman? I mean,
you know what? Yeah.
Please explain that to me. How do you?
Noah Gragson can elevate.
Noah Gragson.
Noah Gragson can elevate Legacy. Legacy might have gone after him hard.
Yeah,
they probably did.
They're also a team that last year proved they can contend for wins. But you know, I love Eric Jones, and I think Eric Jones is still capable of winning races. But Eric Jones is considered a veteran at this point.
Which is wild.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, I mean he's been around. This is what, his 6th or 7th year. So he's the elder statesman of that team, and he's only been around with that team for what, 2 years?
3.
So,
this is the start of year 3.
Yeah.
Year
he got
3.
his first truck win 10 years ago.
Oh,
I
my
feel
gosh.
old now.
How young was he? He was pretty young, wasn't he?
He was really young.
You're old.
17
He was
17?
16 or 17 when he won.
Okay, yeah, I remember he was. Is he the youngest?
No, Cole Custer is.
No.
Yeah,
Cole
Custer's
Oh,
the
because
next
Custer
year,
was
Cole
16.
Custer won at New
Oh,
Hampshire.
right.
Yep.
New Hampshire, baby.
Yeah, it used to be Blaney.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Part of me
Joe
wonders.
Logano was still the youngest in Cup and Xfinity.
Yeah. Part of me wonders, like, if Gragson just doesn't fit the Hendrick mold in some ways. Like, you have
true.
like the 4 Hendrick drivers are very like, Chase has shown some emotion, but like all of them are very much like plain white bread. I'm gonna thank the sponsors. I'm gonna thank the fans. I'm gonna do my thing, and that's it. And then like you have Gragson, who he's growing his hair out long, and he's not wearing his stuff under his fire suit, and he's showing his chest off, and he's vomiting on himself for goodness sake, and he's drinking beer, and he's like, he doesn't fit that Hendrick vibe. So part of me wonders if that was ever going to be a destination spot for him. I definitely think he probably he should have replaced Bowman, but
Yeah.
I think Bowman just kind of fits that culture of like, I'm going to be quiet. I'm not going to cause any big trouble. I'm going to like win some
You were
races and
just
maybe
here
rub
to
some feathers.
race.
Yeah.
Here's the question though. Let's say Bowman didn't get the contract extension and he's in a contract year this year. Obviously, Gregson's already with Legacy. Who would you see replacing Bowman in the 48? Because I can't think of anybody off the top of my head, if I'm being honest.
My brain-
Noah Gragson.
My brain.
You gotta let him run wild for a few
I was
years.
going to say,
then
Chevy
bring him
really
back.
doesn't have anybody in the pipe
Yeah.
for Hendrick.
No.
Which is why.
Unless you had
My brain says
I think
Sam
the most
Mayer, but
Sam,
my heart says Josh Berry.
yeah. For me, Josh Berry, I
years
don't know if I
old.
see him going to
Same.
Cup though.
no, I think Josh Berry is
Josh Berry's
going to be
old.
like an all-guyer that
Yeah, he's
just
going
has
to be
Yeah.
alive for an
career in the
Xfinity,
Xfinity Series,
which is fine
which is
because
what
it's a better series.
that's what they need. That's what the Xfinity Series needs to. They need,
Yeah.
they need those veterans in the series, to make the series more competitive. It doesn't want to be just a feeder series.
Yeah. So
Right.
then you scratch because all guys are probably not going anywhere.
No.
Sam or Barry wouldn't go anywhere. So that's why I said Sam Mayer is because I'm like, he's
Literally,
I
Yeah,
guess
like
the top
that, though.
Chevy prospect. Right
and
now
if
for
you're
him.
talking about Chevy drivers that are in Cup that would move, I would say the most talented Chevy driver that's young enough to make a move like that is probably Justin Haley. And I don't
Yeah.
see Justin Haley going to Hendrick,
Yeah, he's pretty committed to Kaulig.
which
Yeah.
is again,
Mhm.
again, calling another good culture that really is loyal to its drivers.
Oh yeah.
Solid.
So let's see. We have about 18 laps to go in the first duel. Adam, I won't really spoil anything for you.
Here, I can close my ears and put you on mute.
I barely know
To
what's
comment
going on.
on what Ben was saying about Gregson fitting the Hendrick mold, a lot of fans from the 2000s are saying, isn't that what everyone was saying about Budweiser Dale Jr. before he joined Hendrick?
Mm,
I mean,
Also,
yeah.
look who's running the show at Hendrick. It's Chad Knaus, basically. He
Yeah.
had the most vanilla driver, Jimmy
Knaus and
Johnson.
Gordon.
and the House of Gordon.
I mean, if this was like 4 years from now, then yeah, I could see Gregson maturing and fitting the mold. I think he just has to go through this. Like, I think this year's going to kind of humble him in some ways of not being in winning equipment. Like, not like, hey, instead of your goal being go out and win every week, it's going to be, hey, bring the car home and finish like top 15, and we'll go drink a beer and you can go puke as much as you want, man. Like that's, I think, the goal this year for him. So I give it another 3 years, and I can definitely see 2026 was the Bowman stuff. I could definitely see maybe Bowman getting the kick at that point, and then Gregson getting like, hey, here's your chance. Like you earned it after that few years of suffering, so come on over. So
watch there be like a go ahead.
If you also look back at like some of the guys who are in top rides now or have gotten to top rides but then fallen back, Eric Jones, Christopher Bell, who else am I missing who started? Ryan Blaney. A lot of guys had their wild years, and then they got to the big team, and they had to become Mr. Corporate.
True.
Just saying, there's a little bit of a trend in the last decade of that happening. So maybe this is Noah's time to have fun before it's time to get real serious and join the big team.
Right. He's gonna have to learn real fast. Like, I don't want to say Noah's not mature.
God, we sound old.
But
this kid's got to get sort like.
I'll tell you where Noah would be a good fit for the 4-car.
Yeah,
I think he's built for Stuart Haas.
That's true.
He does have that Stuart Haas attitude.
They've got a culture that I think really fits him.
That's a good point.
But he would have.
We got a good sponsor that fits him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're not kidding. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Bush
would wrap their arms around him.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
They were smart.
Arms in cold mountains.
Man. Well, let's talk about Daytona now. There was another piece of news I wanted to talk about too, but I feel like it's time. We're getting close to Duel 2, kind of. Let's just preview everything. So I got track facts, driver stats. I wanted to pull up just so you all know. Look at that. We love graphics. A little bit about the track, about the big day in the duels right now. And then hopefully all these stats are right. I double checked, so I don't know. But this is some driver stats. So if you want to make some picks this weekend for your winning driver, whatever, even though, chaos is Daytona is chaos. This is at least stats to maybe help you out just a little bit. But talking about at least what we saw, did you all watch the qualifying yesterday? I'm assuming we all watched it.
Yep.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
I was in a hockey game.
So from what you've heard of what we've watched, were there any drivers that kind of impressed you, or are there drivers that we are worried about, and maybe even manufacturers in general? But like,
I'll start.
Adam, go ahead.
Kyle Busch got too cocky.
Yeah. Disallowed. His time on the second qualifying lap is disallowed for the second round. That's what I meant. But
other than that, no, nothing really surprised or shocked me. It's just qualifying for the front row, the Daytona 500.
Yeah.
And in all honesty, even though I feel like everybody really hyped up qualifying for the open spots, and then it became the two that we kind of assumed were going to make it. So I wasn't surprised. I wasn't shocked. I just kind of just watched it and enjoyed it.
I was to be, transparent. I am thrilled the guys who made it did make it, and I think they clearly they had the equipment and they have the driver ability to, to get it done. I have to be selfish for 2 seconds and say that my fellow Anapolitan Travis Pastrana, who I found out today from my mother that he came to my elementary school, and we're from the same town.
That's so cool, though.
So when I was in elementary school, this is like the early 2000s, so like Nitro Circus and stuff was just getting started. So yeah, he came, I think, with a couple of his buddies, and they were doing like tricks and stuff. I have completely I remember somebody coming and doing this, and then my mom told me today, she's like, yeah, that was Travis Pastrana. I was like, that makes a lot of sense.
Bro.
My dad also used to be a Verizon technician and worked on his neighbor's house, his like next door neighbor's house. and so he's seen like the hill.
That's
Like,
why.
Yeah,
he's got an insane property that you can see from the road.
The nitro compound.
But yeah, I'm waving the Maryland flag this entire weekend. Yeah, I'm just really happy he's in it.
No, it was so cool to see their celebration, both him and Jimmy celebrating together for
Yeah.
making it in. I mean, Jimmy was really fast. I was impressed, and I didn't know what to expect from Travis. It's been so long since he's been in like a NASCAR type stock car, and it was great. I loved it. Now, I will say I was impressed, and somebody said it in the comments too. Chase Briscoe, I didn't expect him to have as much speed, or even just Stuart Haas in general, but for him at least, he showed a lot of speed. Everyone else is like escaping my mind right now, but for him, I was like,
Ford in general looked pretty darn good too.
They did.
The entire Penske camp looked good.
Oh yeah, Penske's here to play.
You know, I'll stick to my normal traditionalist ways. Should have been midday Sunday, the week before the 500, and the Budweiser shootout should have been the day before, the night before. But sue me. Anyways,
The only tradition it was during the day.
I can't sue you when I agree.
I mean, I love everything about Daytona weekend. It was cool just to see the cars back out on the racetrack. And yeah, Alex Bowman looks really good when no one else is on the track with him.
It's true.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how the Chevys do because they all they have the new front nose design. They kind of flatten the nose a little bit. I'm always interested on that and kind of coming from the off season to see kind of how they do. Right now, it's basically watching the duel, and this isn't a spoiler. Like it's a pretty Ford dominant situation right now overall. So
no surprises.
Which obviously
the highest Chevy is 10th.
Yeah,
And
this is obviously
they are leading the second pack.
Sample size
for beginner NASCAR fans, you especially really Daytona, Talladega, and probably now Atlanta are really the places where you can't take a lot of stock into what happens in qualifying. It's not going to tell you much. The last time a pole sitter for the Daytona 500 won the show was in 2000, and that guy's in the Hall of Fame now. So
yeah,
I did not know that stat.
There was a different type of restrictor plate racing for that Daytona 500 as well.
There's a reason that a lot of the Daytona 500 winners, I'm thinking in like recent memory, either they've won or they've done really well, have come from the second row.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were guys that won their duels.
Yep. Yeah. And back in the day when the Clash was in Daytona, and it's a stat that still stands, no drivers ever won the Clash, their duel, and the 500 in the same weekend.
Mm-hmm.
They were close a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Hamlin did it 14.
Yep, Hamlin almost did it. I think twice he almost did it.
Yeah, 16 he won the Sprint Unlimited in the 500.
And then
And
that's
then
probably
Harvick,
what that was
in 2013, if he got wrecked early in the 500, but he won the Unlimited.
Yeah. No, and I will say that's another talking point too. I don't know if you guys, I love listening to like the Dirty Mo Media podcast. The Denny Hamlin's one. Good insight there. Some really good insight.
I haven't gotten a chance to listen
that I took from that, or I was going to say the one quote I took from that I loved was, "You can luck your way into a Daytona 500, but you can't luck twice. You can't luck 3 times."
3 times. Yeah.
Yep.
No, Denny knows how to do it, and a lot of it has to do with being in the right place at the right time and knowing when to back out. If things are getting scary, you back out. However, with these Gen 7 cars, Denny did say it's a lot tougher to get back to the front of the pack as opposed to how it would have been with the Gen 6 car. So that's also something that he's going to have to, keep in mind. But yeah, we have 6 to go for the first duel.
To answer Gabe's question on YouTube, Dale Jarrett won the 2000.
Dale Jarrett.
And he won the Noble $5 million bonus.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, the Noble.
Dang.
We'll be back. Winston, baby.
Back.
We're old.
Take me back to the glory days.
I'm a pluck it out of heartstrings here. I love the 99 500 winner because Gordon's car looks so much better with a red 24 on top.
Oh my God!
Yes.
So
it also looks better with a red spoiler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thinking back to like all of his super speedway cars in
the red deck lid, yes.
That red deck lid, baby.
Oh my God. Gave him extra power.
And then Winner's Circle had to ruin the 164 2007 Talladega race version by putting a black spoiler on it. If I ever get that car, I'm painting the spoiler.
Yeah,
Do it.
they obliterated it.
100%.
Never get over that. I'm still going to get the car, but I'm not happy about it. Literally every diecast collector now with Lionel. I'm still getting the car, but I'm not happy about it.
Yeah.
Is a quick question, just because I was looking it up today and I didn't see it. Is Pastrana's car up for pre-order?
I don't think so. Not
It
yet.
hasn't been offered yet.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I was gonna
No.
pre-order
We're
Johnson.
probably honestly waiting to see if he made the show.
I hope they
Yeah.
fix.
Yeah.
I hope they fix the design at the front because like the plaid stripes near the front, like on the by the tires, it doesn't line up. Like they're off, and
Yes.
it bothers
There's
me
a
really
lot
Yeah,
bad.
they're off a
A
bit.
lot of reps this year are like really bad at that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's because they're
The
reps.
body.
Well, the
Yeah.
23 XI guys, I like. Again, they're good guys, but like they don't know how to wrap a car to save their lives.
Right.
No.
Speaking of wraps, how about the major L with the McDonald's scheme?
Oh my god, it looks like
That was
a
explained.
test car.
That was-
It's
Time out.
Okay,
What is the
big
reasoning,
timeout.
please? Someone explain this.
Time out. So Blackbeard's the
Yeah.
designer for that team.
Oh, I love him.
He's a great designer. He explains it in the tweet thread. If you look below it, he explains that gray is part of McDonald's branding and that they asked for it to be the base of the car. McDonald's asked for
Okay.
that base.
this
So
is
that's the reason
this
why.
one's goated. This is
It is a
goated.
go. That is a go.
goated.
But
But, like-
I will say I
Yeah.
feel like it's gonna grow on me. I think
Yeah.
it's gonna grow on me, and I also think that there's gonna be another alternate McDonald's scheme.
More than
Oh, there
likely
will
at some
be.
point.
Oh yeah, yeah. 'Cause
I mean, they
have
always
quite
do.
a
They
few
always do
races.
promotions and stuff like that, so it'll change with whatever promotions they do.
Yeah, so
I
I'm
will say-
excited to see that.
Two to go.
Do they have any? Do we know if they have any races with the 45?
Not yet, I don't
I
think.
don't know anything
I don't
about
know
the
yet.
40. I'm sure
Yeah,
money.
the
I mean,
45
money
is a
line's
true
already been on
mystery
there.
this year. With
Yeah,
what's
I didn't know
on.
they were running the monster car until a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Just a
And
heads up,
it's-
Taylor. I think you're ahead of me in the race, so don't
Okay.
spoil anything.
Okay, I will not spoil anything, but I'm looking. I don't think anything crazy is gonna happen with how everything
No,
looks.
I
But
don't think so either. But
Yeah.
this is the
We,
kind of this is the kind of Daytona racing I miss
yeah,
because it's
So
not.
I do
it's
have
not
I
this-
do have a question for the panel if anyone's interested. What is the best paint scheme that's ever run the Daytona 500?
Oh my god! What?
Or
I can't pick.
or you can do in your lifetime, like rate 500
My
you've watched.
lifetime.
What is your favorite?
500s I've
to
watched.
win or just to
oh
run.
god,
Anything, any car
Because
that
if it's to
really
run,
caught your eye during a 500.
if it's to run, you already know the answer to this one, Dom, because you got this car.
'Cause I
from
got
me.
it for you.
So, yes.
I didn't know. See, I didn't know he won his duel that year, so I got to get that
Yes.
yeah,
I didn't know that until the other day on Twitter. Was it NASCAR pictures or someone? Oh, I forgot
Yeah.
their- whoever it is,
Oh.
I retweeted them. Yeah.
Taylor, behind you, son!
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
No. I might need to get my pre-order
There's
ready.
just a spider on her screen. Don't worry. There's
No,
just a
that
spider.
that turned
It's
out
just a spider.
kind of
It's
like
just a spider.
that
I'm not
turned out
reacting
kind
to
of like I
anything.
thought it would.
Same, Rob.
Don't look in the comments, Adam. Whatever you do, don't look in the comments.
You know what? My comments aren't even showing up.
Right.
Good.
So I'm good.
Daytona 500.
I'm gonna just say this because Matt has been throwing shade at me this entire show. He's been calling me out in the chats. I'm just gonna say, hey Matt, a guy that actually knows how to win races won the duel tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm intrigued now.
I'm gonna respond to Matt too because I love Alex Bowman, but I hate that Ally car.
Oh, it's terrible.
Oh, it's horrible.
Uh,
The night one's worse.
The night
Art,
was
so bad.
art is subjective. Art is. I always say this. Art is subjective. It is not my vibe. I do not like too many colors, and
I'm with you.
it's got this weird gradient to it and I also hate gradients in paint schemes. So it's I loved last year's. I loved when they really went all in on the retro vibes.
To answer my question about best paint scheme, I would say the 04 500 Earnhardt Jr. car, just because that was the first car I ever saw, so it means a lot to me. But his Born on Date car the next year with the
Yeah.
It was a
with
deeper
the
red.
maroon, the reflect,
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
metallic
that was
maroon,
hot.
that car was very sick.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I really liked Kenseth's Best Buy car.
Ooh,
was
yeah,
good. It was
the
clean.
blue and yellow.
The 2012 one, I really liked that one.
Yeah, I think. Go ahead.
I'm just looking at the fact that we're about to do a front stretch interview for a dual race.
Why?
I think.
Oh man, really?
Can we
Oh
hold
my
on?
God.
Can we talk about the real news of the offseason, which is Joey Logano's hair?
Yes.
Listen, comeback. Like Brady's got nothing on that
The
comeback.
man looks good. He looks so good.
He
Listen,
does, though. He's confident.
He
happy
looks
for him.
so good.
Genuinely,
Man is
I'm so
confident.
happy for him.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And
And it's like the thing is, it's like it's not obnoxious. You know, it's like it's not like completely obvious. Like wow.
Yeah, like plugs
No,
in
I mean to be
everywhere.
fair, he's got the money to like
Yes.
Yeah.
support it. But yeah, it looks really good.
To answer your question, Dom, 2008 Ryan Blaney, or not Ryan Blaney, Ryan Newman.
The
That
Alltel
all-tell-
car.
That
The
all-tell
car.
car.
That was
yeah.
the first. So I didn't become a
Tiny
NASCAR
car.
fan until like 07. That was the first race I watched in full, and I just remember that night, like because like that watching that car at night, it just popped. Like that blue and
Yeah.
white was.
So that
nice.
year, I was obsessed with the Home Depot and M&M's cars that year because I
Oh,
just
yeah.
couldn't wrap my head at that age. I just couldn't wrap my head around those cars being Toyotas and M&M's
Yeah.
being on the 18.
Those
Kyle
cars were
Busch-
hot too that year. Those
Kyle
two,
Busch
like,
in the early
that was a good year.
days running the 18 that had like the chrome numbers instead
Yeah.
of the white.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it, but
we
it
need
was
to do a
different.
whole. We need to do a whole like stream if Taylor will allow, where we just get our favorite paint schemes and show them off and do like a. Is this hot? Is this not?
Also, kind of the same reason Dom likes Earnhardt's Harvick's 2007 Shell Pennzoil.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
still just one of my favorite paint schemes. of all
Don't
time.
break my heart like that, man.
You guys are gonna hate me.
Sorry.
Fine.
Okay, but still.
Going back to
Can I get
diecast,
an
I want
honorable
to give.
mention for a car?
Go ahead. Sorry.
All right, honorable mention 2012 Ollie's Bargain Outlet 36, which could have
Should've won.
been
No.
Blame me.
a winner.
They should've
My
shut the lights off.
boy Tommy Baldwin, my boy Tommy
Yes.
Baldwin.
Tommy
I just
Almost.
remember that
Almost.
interview where they did with him because he was like the spotter. And they interviewed him and he's like, "Yeah, I need parts off this car for Phoenix next week. So I really I can't afford to lose this." That was the best interview, hands
Yeah, right.
down. He was just like, "Please don't take this from me."
The man is a hustler. I like it. I gotta look up something real quick.
Oh,
Didn't
Just 'cause
Jimmy
I'm-
Johnson run like a SpongeBob scheme for a 500 one year?
No, but
think
he
so.
ran a really cool yellow Lowe's car for the
that was
Daytona
Unlimited.
Duels for the Unlimited.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
2015.
That diecast is worth like thousands now.
yeah.
Okay, so
Jeez.
I was
You don't
curious about
say.
so I was curious about this, and then
Have it.
I just looked it up, and it's true. So obviously, Tommy Baldwin was the crew chief for Ward Burton when he won the Daytona 500
Well, but
with
Oh,
with Bill
but-
Davis Racing.
Yeah.
Now,
Hi, Kyle.
now, Dave Blaney started driving for Bill Davis in 2006. In June of 2007, Tommy Baldwin moved over to be the crew chief on Blaney's car. And
Mhm.
then how many ever years later, Blaney starts driving for Tommy Baldwin Racing. I think that's
Yeah.
really cool.
So now that Taylor has left to go get her computer charger, we're going to begin the Busch Series podcast.
Wait.
First
Okay,
time.
Taylor's not here. Taylor's not here, so I can
It's
say
time for the
it.
Underground Busch Series podcast.
Rob, say it.
Let's go, boys.
Adam, let's talk about Greg Biffle's number 26 double step Oreo car.
Ooh,
Probably
yes.
the greatest car
I
to
thought we
ever
were going to
run.
talk about the
Absolutely the greatest car that's ever graced a racetrack. Yes, sir. My God, what a beaut.
Can we
There's
just
a
talk
reason it was
about
double stuffed.
Greg
What
Biffle?
about the Wrigley the Ganassi Wrigley cars?
It ain't got nothing on the double
What
stuff.
what about
Listen,
the
no,
Jeff Green?
That Juicy Fruit car was cool.
It was
Yeah,
actually nice.
Reed Sorensen,
Yeah,
2007
I like
Gateway
the juice
winner.
car.
Woo!
Oh, yes. Bring the juice.
Did they do? They didn't do a double mint car, did they? That wasn't until they went to Kyle Busch.
Evernham
Yeah,
did.
Doublemint wasn't
Yeah.
until Kyle Busch.
Evernham did.
Evernham
Yeah.
did.
That's right.
Stacey
How
Kane
about
ran
the
it.
how about the Evernham Hellman's and Ragu car?
Oh,
I remember those.
woo.
Ooh.
Stacey Kane's
Whisk.
McDonald's car.
That car was cool.
That car was
awesome.
cool, and it
Slap.
had black in it, and it
Yes.
actually looked like it made sense. I've been eyeing diecasts of that car.
Oh,
Yeah,
Gabe
so-
brings up a great one.
because-
Dale Jarrett's Crunch Bar
Mm.
number 32. That's a good one.
Chef's
Ooh,
kiss.
yeah.
That's a
Now,
really
that,
good one.
I have the
Didn't
LaJoy
Corey-
throwback.
yeah, I was
LaJoy
gonna say
throwback.
LaJoy.
to it.
Yep.
2019
Yes.
Darlington.
The
Because he
team
blew
parts, right?
Brooklyn.
Wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Team Parts.
I have that on my shelf at home, and I love that.
That's a
I made a 187 in that car.
good car. I mean,
I have a
my
164
personal
in the
favorite will
closet.
always be the 04 Dale Jr. Oreo car. The
Oh,
car
yeah.
they also got the die cast wrong.
They completely botched it.
They also got that one wrong.
My, I think it's like teal colored in the 164, but then on track it was like
It was so no,
Yeah.
it was like a dark, I wouldn't say navy blue, but it was like a darker blue, and then the
Yeah.
die cast is sky blue, like metallic
Yes.
sky blue.
I'm just talking about now.
Yes.
I this,
Couldn't be
I
more
guess this is
incorrect.
like semi-related, but I found out what company does a lot of the embroidery for these team hats, and now I really want I want a bunch of these team hats. I was seeing Zane Smith with his, and I was like, I kind of want that and better hat.
Yeah.
Because this is actually this is a team hat.
Do you know the name
that
of the
I found on
company that
eBay.
did it?
Armadillo.
Okay, no.
Armadillo.
Armadillo Hat Company.
I worked.
No, they're called Armadillo something. They're
Oh.
based in North Carolina.
So
Okay.
when I
they-
lived in North Carolina, I worked for a company that did a lot of NASCAR gear.
They did they have a partnership with the Racing Warehouse, and they'll do stuff for them.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm shopping around because I'm doing some t-shirt designs and stuff for some of my drivers, and I'm kind of shopping around to see where I can do the best printing.
Mhm.
And that was one place I was looking, but also I don't know if they ship up here.
What a
So,
neck
so we
beard.
want to thank everybody for tuning into the Bush Series podcast. We're now going to return to our regularly scheduled program.
All
an honor.
right. All right. My God. I'm seeing a lot of paint scheme stuff in the chat. Oh, the Crunch Bar. That's one of my favorite teams of all time.
Yeah, we got off the rails and talked about the Bush Series.
Okay. Honestly,
Hashtag
people need to
Double
fund a
Smoke
Bush
Gang.
Series
Let's go.
podcast. It needs to happen. People, let's fund it. Let's talk about it.
I need funding for it.
Run by the
Give the
ATYL
people
boys.
what they want.
Give the people what they want.
Wait, we could call it Bush Stool.
Bush stool.
No. No.
I don't.
Absolutely not.
Is that the result of after the show?
yeah.
I don't know if I'm. with that.
That was
Wow.
not where I was going, but thank you.
Taylor, steer the
Taylor,
ship back.
Taylor,
We're
saying
taking on water.
I'm gonna stop talking.
Because we don't
saying
want to
Bush.
spoil the first duel. Do you not, Adam? Are you okay if we talk about the first duel just a little bit?
Wait for it.
He's gonna take himself out.
He's
I'll
gonna
see
see himself
myself
out. I'll give him like 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Basically, just want to say the results. If you guys have comments about it, comment it in the chat. Also, for those who have scanned the QR code, thank you. That's something new. I was very excited about that.
Appreciate the support,
bas-
everybody.
I know we
Yeah,
love it.
for real.
Basically, Joey Logano won the duel. No
Third
surprises
time
there.
square.
And then Zane Smith raced his way into the 500. Chandler Smith will not be in the 500 this year. So that's kind of how that went. At the end, it got a little dicey. I kind of thought Christopher Bell might have taken it for a second.
No help up
Great
there.
racing.
Too many Fords.
Great
Too many
clean racing.
Fords.
Yeah. No, great racing, great team racing. So I'm excited about the second duel. I feel like it's going to be a little interesting. Some interesting players involved. So
There
we'll
can't be
have
as
to
many
see.
Fords, right?
No, I don't think so.
Oh my gosh, let's bring up the roster for Duel 2, shall we? Oh my god.
Oh my
Hold on.
gosh.
We
Oh
have
my
What's up? What's
God.
up? What's up, Ontario, Canada? Cool.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's
that's so cool.
Oh, hey, bud. What's shaking?
1, 2, 3,
Let's see.
4,
We got 1,
5,
2.
6.
Okay. Here's another weird thing. They don't have the KY in front of Kyle's name anymore because
Oh,
Kurt's
yeah.
not
He's
here.
not the, yep.
And it hurts.
That really stings.
I hate it.
Keep
I'm
an
not
eye.
a fan of it.
Keep an eye on Briscoe. in
Yeah,
the second duel.
Briscoe's gonna make some stuff happen. Yeah, this is like Haas Central here.
Actually,
I
I was
know.
about to say Stuart Haas in general. I think
And-
is gonna show out here.
I think so. I think they will.
Be interesting to see what Hamlin and his team can do together. See if Toyota can make any.
Because he's got two of his guys here.
Yeah.
Always keep an eye on
Yeah.
Keselowski. I'd say he's got a solid shot at it if he doesn't wreck anyone or himself.
So who are our picks for Duel 2 then? Ben, are you going, Brad?
Yeah, I think he's always a solid pick during the duels. I mean, he's definitely stepped it up, and I think he'll probably pull it off.
I'm gonna take Briscoe.
After seeing what Christopher Bell did in that first duel, I think Hamlin can do the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Bell's only issue was he didn't have any Toyotas around him.
Yeah.
He had Bubba for a little bit, but then neither of them got any help because they were all around Fords.
Truex was in that race too. I didn't.
Jeez.
Or no, he's in this
Yeah.
race. Okay, so no, that's even more for him. That's even
I'm
more.
looking at they're showing a replay of the first duel. The numbers on the door of the 17 are huge.
Yeah,
Good,
They redesigned them
good.
this year.
That's how they're supposed to be. I want
to be big.
I want the number like halfway, like not halfway, but like I want the number skating the edges of the car to the point where the top is coming off. Like that's how I want the car. That's how I want. That's how when Joe Gibbs Racing came out with what like jokingly what the car was going to look like for the All-Star race, I was like, this looks good. That looks fantastic. Keep it.
And they did not.
No, they didn't.
But
they
didn't.
But you know what? You know what? It's okay because modified teams do it, and that makes me Dave Sapienza, that 36 car. They love to do it, and I love it. I love it. It
is 8:22 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have our first modified tour reference.
Wait, can we talk?
2023 is off to a strong year, baby.
Can I recap the modified tour race real quick? I know this wasn't in the script, but
that's fine.
Okay. So here's Rob with the modified news. Hold
on. Can I change this? Hold on. Go for it.
So the NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour opened their season on Saturday in New Smyrna. On Brand partnered with Sousa Media, was very prominent in the top of the field. It was a really great race. At one point, I had 3 of my 4 clients battling for the win in the top 4. And it ended up coming down to Matt Hirschman, not my client, and Justin Bonsignor and Ron Silk, both my clients. And Ron Silk, if you guys don't know, he's a former modified champion, but last year he didn't win a single race. He almost won the championship anyway, just because he's incredible. He's another one of those guys that he's just really, really he can finesse a car. And he and Justin Bonsignor had a really, really great battle in the final laps at New Smyrna and Ron won, and he got his first win since I think Beach Ridge 2021, which was my first modified tour race. So that was fun to watch. I was working a track meet at BU and was watching it on Flow Sports. And so they start out their season in New Smyrna last weekend. They don't race again until Richmond in April.
Oh dang! Okay, so
but they're racing with the Cup weekend, so that'll be fun. But anyway, that's been Rob with the modified news.
Thank you, Rob.
Back to us in the studio. Rob. We honestly just need to have a segment. We just need to do like a little 2-minute segment. Honestly, we'll work that in.
I got you covered.
He can do modifieds, and I'll do ARCA.
Do it. We'll do it. Well, we'll figure this out. I'll get to work on it.
We've got enough people here to cover every series. Although Adam and Dom are going to fight to the death for the Xfinity series.
Yeah.
They will.
Maybe we just won't. Maybe we just won't cover.
I thought he was going to go non-NASCAR for a second, say Formula One, but yeah, sure.
Maybe
if that series ever gets pushed back, it's mine.
Yeah. We tried to cover everything.
And we got Craftsman back one step at a time.
Yeah.
Baby steps.
Well, speaking of, I guess I have no segue. Let's talk about points. So we have a new points format for the ATYL crew this year. If you followed us the past few years, we do like a points battle. First year that we did it, Dom won. Last year, I won. And this year, we don't know who will win because we still need to do it. But Adam
got the
has
script yet.
masterfully crafted a new points format for us. So if you do bad one week with your race picks, it reflects in the points. And if you do great, it reflects in the points. Homie has a notebook.
He's got the Bible.
Binder.
Let's go to Dr. Lucas in the experiment corner.
Adam's going to explain this to
Children,
us.
gather around. Professor Lucas has knowledge to share.
Live from the R&D Center.
And God said, "Oh Lord, wield that holy hand grenade against thy foe. The number of the counting shall be 3. 5 is right out."
Adam, take it away.
Thank you for that marvelous introduction. Yes, where are we? All right, let's get down to business with the ATYL point structure for 2023.
Will there be a quiz at the end of this?
Yes.
Yes.
You'll get bonus points added before the playoffs begin.
I didn't know
Can
that.
I use the restroom?
Can
I
you?
want to.
Tom, don't do this to him. He's got to deal with this all day.
I'm trying to. Well, here's the problem. I'm trying to find where me and Taylor agreed upon.
He's got stuff in there that doesn't exist.
Seriously, there is stuff that doesn't exist.
What?
No, here we
wrote
go.
it in disappearing ink.
Yeah, right. So what we're going to do this year is we're going to use a Formula One style points formula.
Oh, I'm a fan.
Yes. Winner gets 25, second place 18. Because I think third would be 15, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 1. But I don't expect us to have that many people joining us this season. If you win a race, it will carry over to the playoffs. 3 points per win. So every win is another additional 3 points.
Mm.
The way we make our picks, do I need to go into that, Taylor, or should I just go ahead and ixnay that?
Just say so. All you all need to know about our race picks is that we will not be choosing the same driver. There's a system that Adam has crafted to where we turn in our race picks at a certain time, and it's like first come, first serve based off a random number generator thing that I do. Basically, we're all going to pick somebody different each week. Nobody picks the same driver.
That is correct. Hence why, if we have 6 participants, we're going to pick 6 drivers. When we do the random draw, whoever is listed first gets priority. If the next person had that person as their first one, it'll go to the second person that they had listed, and so forth. Let's see.
I'm trying to find a picture of the sticker that Rob designed.
Yes, please show. As I'm trying to, I should have been more prepared. Mother, you taught me better than this.
Hold up. I can do it.
Oh yeah, go for it.
I can share my screen. Hold
Go
up.
for it.
Yeah.
I've got it here. Hold up.
Yeah,
2 seconds.
Rob has graphics covered for us this year, which I'm pretty excited about with our race picks and stuff like that.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and the sticker looks awesome. I'm sorry, the screen is just like she's not doing well. The screen is not doing well.
She needs help.
She needs
Wait,
help.
I got it.
You got it?
Yeah, hold up. Let me share.
Yeah, and I can bring it in. But yeah, so we're gonna do something different. Also, if you know, the ATYL Fantasy League is on the NASCAR app. So if you type in above the yellow line on the NASCAR app, you can join the Fantasy League there. Kyle, I think Kyle's still in the chats. I don't know if he is, but he's running kind of his own point system for us there. And he's giving the winner of that a die cast at the end of the season on 124. So make sure you join that. Okay, here is our personal, though, race winning picks sticker.
Beautiful.
Like,
That's
I'm so excited.
really
That's drip.
Cool.
Big drip. Drip.
Wow. Awesome.
Yeah.
Drippy.
Oh my god.
I'll get that. Okay, if I win, I'll get that tattooed on me.
Every time you win.
No, I mean, like, if I win the championship, like, I'll get that tattooed on me.
Turn
Really?
your arm into the frame rail.
Yeah.
At the end of the year, hey, I need to get all these removed.
Yeah.
I lost my job. I look like a car now, but I lost my job.
In the beginning of 2024, hey, sorry, it's a new season. These have to go. Got more
Burn my
wins.
skin off.
Tattoos are just
These
body
are
paint
temporary.
schemes.
Oh no, you want to show that off? That's going right here. Nice little teardrop style.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely.
I'm not Post Malone. I can't pull that off. But if I win the championship, I'll get that tattooed on me, hands down.
I'm going to hold you to it.
ransom.
I'm not going to if I win, but the sentiment will be there.
Well,
I should think of like a trophy or something or some sort of design. I've got all year to figure out what I can do for you guys, but
we'll
I
figure
might
it
think
out.
of something.
We'll brainstorm. It's a long season. Can you believe? Like before we know it, it's going to be November, and that really scares me. 'Cause
Taylor, I'm
time
26
moves
this
really
year. Stop
fast.
talking.
Oh, y'all have no idea of old. Something terrifying awaits me in October. And it starts with a 3 and ends with a 0.
Whoa, Adam.
300.
Okay.
You wish.
Great movie.
3,000.
Wait a minute. Shh. They just had a discount tire commercial, and the first car that showed up was Reed Sorensen.
What?
Oh, the old discount tire
okay.
challenger. Oh,
Yeah.
my heart.
Oh, what a car.
Oh, God.
Remember the
I
weird
got all
what was it,
squiggly
Coke
feeling inside.
they would run on it?
Yeah, that's the car that Reed Sorensen won his
Yeah.
first race with.
I think I
No,
have,
Points, though.
I got that 164 somewhere.
I have that as well.
So let's close out this because I want to make sure we're not interfering with Duel 2 at least. Let's close this out by all going around and saying our one bold prediction for the season and our championship 4 that we think before the season really kicks off this weekend on Sunday. We'll go in a circle. We'll start with Ben and we'll go around.
It's always me.
You're right next to me, Ben. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Does the bold prediction have to be cup related?
No, it doesn't have to be.
Okay. I made this claim in a front stretch article with Mark Crystal. He asked a few people to come write like a predictions thing. And I made this prediction. Frankie Muniz is going to win an ARCA race this year.
Yo!
I'm
I
calling
wanna
it.
see
Frankie
it.
Muniz is going to win an ARCA race.
There.
How I really pray to God that Bryan Cranston makes it out and they reenact somehow they reenact the Malcolm in the Middle skit because I will die.
Oh my God.
You got it, Rusty Malcolm.
Yeah, I just want that to happen so bad. Hold on, I just did this yesterday for Joseph Shrigley for Toby Christie.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm just gonna keep calling Frankie Muniz Rusty Malcolm.
It's okay, I do too. I just did my final 4 picks. Give me 1 minute and I'll find it.
That's also another thing with our points. We are still going to do a playoff bracket along with our, get ready for it, chase for the cup.
Yeah.
Our point system will be chase style. It will not be elimination based.
I
Okay,
love it.
now
I'm
I'm
all about it.
excited. Thank you, Adam, for bringing me life.
Final 4 in ascending order, so bottom up. Harvick, Hamlin, Blaney, Chastain. Those are my final 4.
Bold.
Okay.
All right.
Bold. I like it.
All right. Let's go.
So that's 2023.
Do you have a championship winner picked?
Chastain.
Chastain? Okay.
I think Chastain does it this year.
Dom, what you got?
Bold prediction. You know how much I love trends. The defending champion will not make the championship 4.
That tracks for Logano.
The tracks.
So
He never makes it. He only makes it in even numbered years.
tried to tell you all in 2021. Nobody wanted to listen. As I've
You
said
were right.
before, I've got the hints, but nobody comes to me for the answers.
Does
But,
anybody have the script?
My God.
My championship 4, in no particular order, I'm going to say Hamlin, Bell,
Mhm.
Larson, and yeah, give me Kyle Busch. That'll be my 4.
Excuse me?
Ooh.
Going up for RCR. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Swinging for the fence.
And my
Is he-
champion,
Oh, he's got to think on this
He's
because
got a
you're
champion.
locked into this.
Gotta
He's
get
got
back
a
to trends.
champion pick.
give me Denny.
Finally does
Right.
it.
All right.
Yeah, well, okay. If he wins the championship, do you think he retires?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Like a walk-off? Whoa. Oh, my.
Walk-off home run.
Could happen.
The only way Denny Hamlin would end his career.
He could either retire or leave and just go drive for 23XI since his contract's up.
Oh,
Sure.
one more thing. based on what I've seen, one of my predictions too is that FedEx does not come back next year.
That's one of my predictions. For sure. Adam, you're next. You got the spotlight.
Bold prediction. Martin Truex Jr. is done at the end of the year.
I would agree.
Don't do me like that.
Bold.
It's not bold, dude. Even I, as a fan, feel that, but like it
Yeah.
still hurts. But
Now,
it's not
see,
bold.
in the comments, that's a bold prediction. Chase Elliott doesn't make the playoffs. That's bold.
Whoa! All right. Well, we have Kyle Busch prediction here. We have champion Alex Bowman. Yeah, and then
Oh God, that was a bold prediction.
we'll hold you to it. We'll hold you to it.
You might want to see. Let's go mark that
Better
one.
kneel down and pray for top fives, Matt.
Championship 4. Oh man. If Harvick is true to his word, he'll be in the final 4. If it is truly the NFG, Kevin Harvick, he'll be in the final 4, along with, I think, Larson as well, Chastain, and Hamlin.
Okay.
Here's my real bold one. I think Kevin Harvick wins the championship.
Walks off.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Good way to
I'd
go
love
out,
to see
man.
it.
I feel like if he really is going to be the NFG tour, he's going to get suspended at least once this year.
Oh, he has to.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, he's gonna get
But
suspended.
he'll get a waiver. He'll magically get a waiver, like everybody does.
Oh, well, he would 100% get.
I want him to either get suspended or I want him to go like he did on Ricky Rudd and climb over the car and grab someone and just shake the hell out of him. It's like, God, I'm gonna get you.
Yeah, well, they got to suspend him for that.
I know, but I want it.
Just run over the pit wall and attack Greg Biffle style. Yeah.
I feel like something will happen in the lines of when Newman and Stewart got into it in his retirement year, and in his interview, Stewart just goes, "Well, he'll get his wish. I'll be out of here soon."
Yeah.
Rob.
Alrighty. So I have two bold predictions. One might not be as bold as I think it is, but as a modified guy, I have to say this. One of my bold predictions is that Ryan Preece wins at least one short track race. I'm gonna go ahead and be bold and say he wins 3 short track races, and one of them is the All-Star race at North Wilkesboro.
Wow. If he makes
it.
The thing is Bristol's before, although it is on dirt.
It's dirt.
I don't know how he does on dirt, but Richmond.
And you got
is
Martinsville
before that.
in there too.
Kyle Busch ain't a dirt
Martinsville.
back.
New Hampshire, obviously.
Well, New Hampshire isn't before the All-Star race, but
I was gonna say, Rob.
Oh, no.
The last 2 winners of Bristol Dirt have no dirt experience. So.
that's
Yeah.
true.
So
And
then-
Ryan Preece has a win in an Xfinity car at Bristol. So
Yeah.
my other bold prediction, this might be a little bit bolder.
Yeah, he
than,
does.
This might be bolder than the Preece prediction, but I think Tyler Reddick wins the most races this year. I think he's really going to compete in 2311 equipment. I think he massively outperformed in RCR. equipment.
Oh yeah.
I think.
Oh God.
What?
Sorry, this cartoon caricature they have for Travis Pastrana.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It is
I'll
horrendous.
send it in the text chat, but God.
But anyway, my championship 4 pick, in no particular order. 2 of them I have I am standing by it. Tyler Reddick, Christopher Bell.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna go Kyle Larson. And see my gut says Joey Logano, but you know Dom's trend. I also recognize Dom's trend. So
The numbers don't lie.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and say that Toyota's just gonna have a year, and I'll put Hamlin in.
Have a year.
And then who's your championship pick?
You know what? Christopher Bell.
I was going to say, just people do that and take Larson.
No, I think Christopher Bell. I think I said Tyler Reddick's going to have the most wins this year, but I think
Bell found something last year.
I think Christopher Bell is either going to have also because I think they could each win 4 to 6 races. I also think Chase Briscoe wins at least 2 races, maybe 3.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. Those are all my bold predictions. I'm sorry, there's so many. Anyway, Taylor, take it away.
No, you're good. I was gonna say I have a lot. I'm trying to pick just one.
Nobody has put Bellamy in their championship.
Can I just put one more thing just out there?
I'm tired of getting hurt, Dom.
Yeah.
I think the one thing that we're going to see this year is I think we're going to see more consistency. I do not think we're going to get how many winners do we have? 16 last year? 17?
Like 19.
Well, we ended up with 19.
I think that trend.
Yeah, we're not going to have many
this year. I believe we're going to have maybe 12.
I think we're going to have. Do you remember how 2012 was after 2011?
Oh God, yeah.
Or how 2015 was after 2014?
Or 18? Remember 2018?
2018 after 2017. I think that's one of the years we have. Any time we have a year where there's a ton of first-time winners and there's a lot of different winners, the next year is really slim pickings for different winners.
Yep.
So we'll have to see. I'm with you on like the 13, like 12 different winners. My prediction is going to be 13, but my boldest prediction, and I have a video out on this already, but I don't think that a Hendrick, a Penske, or a Gibbs is going to win the championship. I don't think it's going to be any of the 3 big teams this year. So my championship 4, and I decided this year I'm going to be bold and crazy because when I'm too streamlined, like that's where my predictions just fail and I fail. So
don't you do it, Taylor? Don't you put Jimmy Johnson in there?
He has to run all the races.
He wins the Daytona 500 and then says he's going to run the full season.
He's going to play the whole season.
He'll get a waiver. He'll get a waiver. Don't worry.
He's in the playoffs.
So championship 4 for me is Chase Elliott. I think William Byron makes it this year. I think he's going to find something, make it. Kevin Harvick, and then this is my last year of having hope for him. Ryan Blaney. So
Taylor, you beautiful, silly little fool.
This is the last year, though. This is the last year I'm fooled by it. And then my championship pick, I'm going to agree with Adam here. I think it's Harvick. I think if he's going to go out at NFG, it's him. I know these, like, my predictions are pretty bold on my, even just like my bracket in general. I posted it a few days ago. It's freaking wild. And do I like it? No, but I went bold. Anywho, enjoy the second duel, you guys. Make sure to scan the QR code that's in the corner of your screen for more places to find me and our content and to support the show. We love you. Thank you for scanning it. For those who have, that's my social media handles. Everyone's social media handles are on their names, as you can see beautifully on the screen. I want to make sure I'm going through. We also have like the podcast that is out, so make sure to watch that. And then also, amazing partner. If you put in the promo code Toby15 on FilterTime's website, you get 15% off your first order. So thank you for FilterTime for partnering with us. What a great partner to have. But that is it for this live stream. Enjoy the second duel. Enjoy the Daytona weekend. There is a dog on the screen, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.